sit cross-block inside.
Now you, I need you. Now you, I need to see. Stop blessing, you go kill the person with his back and just the way you take and press me on. Back by me, yeah. I'ma get back by me, yeah. Today, you must give me your loving. Give me that loving. Give me that love. Today, you must give me that loving. Give me that loving. Give me that, give me that.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. Oh no. Now, I was somewhat conflicted whether or not I should do this video, but you know what? Part of me thought, listen, people say YB, even though Dons, mainly the Dons who don't watch my channel, because the Dons who watch my channel know that I give criticism wherever it's due. I've roasted AJ many times on the fact that he don't change his trainer. He's with the worst trainer in the world, and it's getting kind of awkward for me right now to be an AJ supporter, seeing his talent go to waste under Rob McCracken. AJ's skills have not improved in the main for 10 years. He's making the same. AJ's been falling in with the right hand since time began. Pulev fight, the most freshest fight, falling in with the right hand, and these things aren't. That should never. Show me a video clip of Mayweather falling in with the right hand. Or, you know what I'm saying? These are very basic skills. Anyway, that's the first part. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but you know what I'm like. I get dragged into things that are irrelevant. Listen, back to the topic. I wasn't going to do this video, but obviously the hating looking ass Dons, they was in my mind, and I thought, you know what? It needs to be done, because I ain't going to shill for no one. AJ don't pay me. Yeah, if he did, maybe I might end up like Tyrone Booth and end up shilling, but I ain't being paid. So I'm going to call a spade a spade. Now, bottom line is, man, I don't want to see AJ turn into Floyd Mayweather. Now, and let's not forget, this is where things start. And for me, yeah, everyone knows, what does Mayweather say? Oh, man, I make smart investments and, Mayweather buys the stupidest things, but then talks about his investments. And that's the thing. Oh, YB, Floyd's got loads of investments. You just can't see them. Well, why is it, yeah? Floyd will show us all of his goofy stuff, but he don't show us none of his investments. He don't show us none of his portfolios. Explain that to me, because if Floyd's happy to show his $20 million watch off, why don't he show his $100 million real estate portfolio or whatever off? Do you understand? My point is, he ain't got no $100 million real estate portfolio. That's why he don't show it off, because you best believe Floyd, yeah, if he had these things, we'd know about it. We'd see it. You'd see Floyd pulling up at the place. Oh, man, this is my, I own, you know what I'm saying? That's what he'd be doing 100%. There's a reason you never seen Floyd with any of these portfolios, because he don't have them. It's all gas. That's why you see Floyd Mayweather, as Conor McGregor pulled up recently, but it's been there for a while, but either way. That's why you see Floyd Mayweather selling double glazing, because he's flat broke. That's why you see Floyd Mayweather with a patchy Turkish barnet. Yeah, Floyd had to fly to Turkey to get his hair done, and it was all patchy still. That's what you get. You got a patchy service. Obviously, listen, not all Turkish places are like that. I'm just saying, Turkey is known for the cheap medical things. Yeah? What we do know is, cheap ain't always accurate. Cheap ain't always reliable. And Floyd had to fly to Turkey to save, to scrimp a few pounds. Yeah? I heard that in between selling double glazing and getting his hair done. No, sorry. On the same day he shot the double glazing advertisement is when he got his hair done in Turkey. One of them ones. Hitting two birds with one stone. He thought, yeah, I'll fly over to Turkey, sell the double glazing, then I'll get my hair done. No doubt. Floyd couldn't afford to have it done in Miami. He's broke. What do you think he's still fighting for? Floyd will be fighting until he's 60 years old. Yeah? So anyway, my point is, I don't want to see AJ go in the route of Mayweather. Now, that's not to say that he is. I'm just saying, this whole, AJ you saw the video, he put the watches up. For me, yeah, And I'm sure there'll be AJ fans who say, "Oh, YB, you stop hating. This is aspirational." I don't know. I just feel like the world don't need no more watches on Instagram. That's for me personally. Now I don't really use Instagram because I think it's just full of fakeness. I can't bear it. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. So I'm sure there's some fruity tooty dons out there, or even some normal dons. Whoever it is, I'm sure there's a man out there who appreciate it and like looking at these things. Me personally, my personal opinion is, I don't think the world needs more watches. Because what are you really doing there? I hate to break it to you, man. Again, I'm sure there's AJ fans who will say, "Oh, YB, it's aspirational." Maybe. But in my mind, all you're trying to do there is like, look at me, innit? Look at my watches, look at what I've got. We all know you're rich, yeah? People are paying the pay-per-views to make you rich, innit? Everyone, no one's under no illusions that you're rich. So I'm trying to think, like, what is that? Do you understand? I don't understand what the point is of that. Now, in my own life, for example, I've been in this situation before, not to that extent, obviously not, but I've had nice things before when I was younger, and when you put them on Instagram, you're trying to show off, ain't you? Bottom line. Or you're trying to, innit? That's what you're trying to do. So, I struggle to understand. I'm sure, oh, look at my investments, and all FLOYD says, look at my investments. People don't care about your investments. That's good for you. You know what I'm saying? If it's yours, it's good for you. Yeah? That's my opinion on it. Unless it's, like, in my mind at least, unless it's going to, especially someone who's in an influential position, yeah, as AJ is, the last thing the world needs yet is another FLOYD, another person showing what they've got. Other people ain't, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand where you're going with that. And in my opinion, it's a slippery slope. When you start doing them things, to what end kind of thing? Do you understand? To what end? Where does that end? To what benefit? I mean, in a world today, yeah, where that's all the world is at the moment. Oh, look at my watches, look at this, look at that. What about bringing something new and different? Now, what is that new and different? I don't know. That's not my job. I'm not an influencer in that sense, but either way, I'd hate to see AJ go down this route. And I was surprised when I saw it, actually, to be fair. That's why I'm doing the video. I'm surprised. I didn't think that, well, call it what you want. I thought AJ was above this, personally speaking. I was a little, what's the word? Oh, yeah, I can't lie, I was a little disappointed. In my opinion, it's kind of cheapened his brand to pull this kind of move, in my personal opinion. I thought AJ had transcended I've got watches, I've got shiny watches, I've got shiny things. That there is, in my mind, that is the base level thinking. We all know you're rich. And I thought we knew that. It's kind of like, what you trying to do? Remind us that you've got a whole bag of watches and made a whole bag of money. And now you're flying out. And it makes people start thinking things like, oh, well, you man can't do the AJ and Fury fight in the UK because you need some more watches. And that's what people start saying. And bottom line, people start thinking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you to go to Saudi and make loads of money, but what people ain't happy to kind of throw it back in their face. You couldn't give the fans who built you couldn't give them the fight in the UK, but you can show us the watches. You've clearly got plenty watches already. So again, no one's perfect in the world. But if I was advising AJ, yeah, your fans, or don't get me wrong, there'll be super fans who suck everything off. But me, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. If I was advising AJ, the world don't need another got watches done. Yeah? Transcend that. Be above that. Because even when you look at even if you look at really successful people, not involved in sports, and to be honest, even people like Lewis Hamilton, to be fair, look at Lewis Hamilton. Now, I'm not saying I've watched every social media thing of his, but he has a certain level of, and that's where, to be fair, until this video, that's where AJ was. I always had him on the same level, but this for me, I don't know. It's just a goofy video. Real goofy. But Hamilton, I can't imagine him. You know what I'm saying? It just cheapens your brand. Your brand has been built to this point of, it's like a, what's the word? It's like a Don. It's a Don brand. I'm above cheap Ferraris and cheap watches. I've transcended that. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I'd hate to think AJ ends up being this guy who, I got the watch, I got it. You know what I'm saying? Now, people was, again, super fans will say, but it's only one video. It always starts with one video, and it's got to start somewhere. Floyd didn't start going crazy, I'm sure. But this whole, my investments, and that's the thing, another thing. In this day and age, yeah, because AJ, on the video, he put in the video, these are my investments. Now, that statement is another way to kind of mask stunting. Before, 10 years ago, yeah, people would just put their stuff up and stunt. Now it's kind of like having investments is the stunt. Does that make sense? Oh, look at my god, and it's moved on. Stunting has moved on. Before it was cool just to have a Ferrari. Now it's cool to show 10 Ferraris and say, oh, my investments. These are, innit? Let's gas the place up. Watches, yeah, and obviously if they're originals, it's cool. But a lot of these people, yeah, they buy these watches. They buy these expensive timepieces, yeah, and then they get external work done on them, and they're completely worthless. Do you understand? Now, I'm not sure. These may be original watches. I'm not a watch expert, but some of them watches look way too iced out, yeah. And the rich white man who end up buying them, if it is truly an investment portfolio, yeah, the rich white man who end up buying them, they don't want no ice all crusted all over it. So if you have got external work done on them, or post-market work done on them, they're worthless. So calling it an investment, if you've taken a, I don't know, £100 watch and then got some next boss man to put loads of ice on it, it's worthless. It's good for nothing. That's what only goofies do that. Now again, I don't know. I'm not a watch expert. I don't know if he has had work done on them. But this whole it's my investment portfolio. Just come out if you want to stunt in it. Just stunt. But don't try and make out that, look, I'm trying to help, I'm trying to teach people how to... Because no one ain't going to be able to afford no £200 watch anyway. Everyone's too broke. So in my opinion, and this is what life's about, learning and adapting. If I was advising AJ, I'd tell him, leave all that stuff where it is. Now again, if AJ wants to come out here and drop some real knowledge about investments, then that's cool. But for me, showing a whole load of unachievable things and then tagging, it's my investment, so it's okay. Does that make sense? I feel like today in 2021, a lot of people who don't want to come across like they're actually stunting, they'll show things and then say, it's my investment, as if it's okay. Does that make sense? It's not a blatant stunt, I'm just showing my investment. If you really want to help the people, yeah, give people actionable information. If you really care, if you really want to share the wealth of knowledge of investments, you know what I'm saying? Show the steps. Showing $5 million worth of watches, what's that going to do? I don't help no one. So for me, it's either one or the other. It's okay it's your life, innit? If you want to just stunt. But don't try and mix the two. Don't try and, it wasn't a stunt because I'm showing people my investments. I'm showing people how to grow. Well, you're not really showing anything. You're just showing an unachievable set of watches. Now, again, there'll be goofies who listen to this and say, YB, it's not unachievable, and no, YB, you're just close-minded, I'm a grinder. You're broke. Yeah, bottom line. Yeah, let's talk turkey here. There will always be a 0.1%. That's how economics works. There'll always be... people like AJ will always be 1 in a million. That's how numbers work. So I know there'll be a lot of people who, these ones there who they all get involved in these pyramid schemes and these MLMs, and they're all trying to be forex traders and trader this, trader that. All them dons there, yeah. You'll see a video like that and think, stop hating YB. You're not gonna be like that. You're not. The odds say you're not. So whilst you may see it as what's the word? You may see it as aspirational. It's only aspirational because you don't know what you don't know. Does that make sense? It's only aspirational because your mind is too small. If you actually knew how the world worked, you'd know it is an aspirational. You ain't never going to get there. That doesn't mean don't try, but I'm just talking odds here. There's no way everyone on this video, regardless of how hard they work, are going to get there. I mean, look in your own life. How many people do you know work hard? You ain't never be a billionaire. It's not how the world works. You can't have 50% of people being a billionaire, regardless. I know loads of people who worked hard their whole life and are billionaires. So don't talk, oh, you just ain't worked hard enough. Oh, the new one is, the old one used to be, oh, well, you ain't working hard enough. The new one is, oh, well, you ain't working smart enough. Goofies. All that kind of thinking is goofy. You got to be realistic. And the realistic thing is, all the people, 99.99% of the people, regardless of how hard they work, regardless of how smart they work, ain't gonna get there. And that's okay. That's fine to be that way. But let's not make out that, oh well, YB, AJ's just showing you the potential. That's not gas now. Call a spade a spade. Stunt or don't. Don't get in this kind of middle ground. Oh no, it wasn't stunting. He's showing how to become an investor, and no YB. He's not saying. He's showing how us to become a forex diamond watch trade. That's what you might have. That's certain dons will see the video, and that's what they'll take from that. Oh yeah, AJ, a $1 million watch trader. It was a sly stunt, and that's, like I said again a million times. It's cool to stunt. Me personally, I think it's cheap, but if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That said, the humble part, stay humble and whatever else, it's a contradiction to say stay humble and then stunt your $5 million worth of watches. And that's just what it is. You can't have both. Because otherwise, I put to any of you, man, what was the purpose of it? And for example, if Fury did it, it's the thing. Many people don't know the YB, you think I'm a fangirl, and now you found out. A lot of you, man, on this video have just been slapped in the face because you thought it was the shill channel. I've told you, I don't shill for no one. AJ don't pay none of my bills. Yeah? That's why I'm posted in the basement, no doubt. I've got no loyalty to no one. I call a spade a spade. And on that basis, listen. Guess what? If Fury posted the video, when Wild has been posting videos, what have I said? Yeah? You know what I've said. No doubt. 100%. Fury gone Hollywood. Fury doing all kind of craziness. Mayweather, same kind of stuff. Mayweather's a goof. Yeah, he's alright as a boxer, but he's a goof outside of boxing. And I don't want, like, AJ's young, remember, as well. AJ's only really just started coming into big money as such. Obviously, over the last few years, but still, at some point, what I'm saying is, I don't want it to become a slippery slope. Innit? Because for me, this was the first one. I haven't ever seen the Fanatics before. Of just a video of just showing all your shiny things. And there's no purpose to it. In my mind. I've got a load of... We all know... Like, it's not like it was a big mystery. Oh, what? AJ, did you win your lottery? No, we know you've been making loads of money. We've all talked about it. I'm happy for you. And this video don't make no difference to me. I'm just saying that I don't want this to become a characteristic. Because we don't care about your investments. Yeah? Bottom line. That's truth of it. People don't care. The same way I wouldn't care if Fury was showing me all of his watches. I'd look at him gone out as if to say, what's your point? Where are you going with this? To what end? Because Mayweather does it because he thinks it adds to his ego. He thinks it makes him 6 inches taller. That's why Mayweather does it. But AJ, you're 6'5". You haven't got no excuse. You don't need no more height. Yeah? So, you haven't got Napoleon complex. So you ain't got no excuse. Floyd, I pity Floyd. You, fix up, no doubt. Now, I guess you could argue, let me play devil's advocate. You could argue, well, YB, what are you saying then? Are you saying that you should never show the nice things you've got? But again, to what is the point? Is what I'm getting at. What is the point? That's what I can't understand. Because in my own life, I'm trying to think. What are you getting at? I can't understand it. What would you be getting at? Someone can explain to me what you're getting at. That, and maybe I'm being small-minded, but someone please explain to me, kind of, what positive does it bring to the world? That's all I want to know. Maybe again, everyone's got different views and different opinions. Maybe some of you man can inform me, but all I see from that is stunt. Intentional or not, it's a stunt. Because guess what? AJ he weren't showing us his watches 10 years ago when he was broke, was he? isn't it? So if you put it this way, I'm sure there's some dons out there, yeah, who are just watch dons. They love their watches. They're not millionaires, but they love their watches. Now, if AJ was a watch don, yeah, who's been showing us his dead watch collection for 10 years and how it's improved over time, I get that. Oh, AJ just loves the watches, but you ain't never seen AJ show no watch until he got the shiny ones. That there is a stunt. So yeah, don't at me about that. Because we ain't seen it 10 years ago when he had the Casio. Where was the Casio? I didn't see no video of Casio. I didn't see 10 Casios there. So don't, now you've made it, which is good for you, innit? That's my opinion anyway. I'm sure again, there'll be a whole bag of dons who are mad at this, but I'm calling a spade a spade. Yeah? It's ain't the shill, it's ain't no MTK, ain't got to me. Yeah? No doubt. Tyrone will come on here and he will lie for you. Tyrone Booth will come on here and shill for £20. YB, no shilling. AJ, fix up. Don't want to see no watches, don't want to see no cars, don't need to see that. Bring something new to the world, bring something different. How many times have we seen the watches and the houses and whatever else on Instagram? That's played out. Yeah? Played out. 100%. No doubt.